Bye, we love you, Randy. 3 weeks has come and passed. It's time for Randall to go home, and I'm super excited for you guys to see how we do our go home and get a little bit of insight into how our board and trains end. Let's go. Here. Back tie him first. Back tie means like he's tied up to a wall. We went over this at the midway. So where is going to be like a good back tie for you guys here? Okay, perfect. So this one?
Yes.
Okay, so I just open this, take this handle, and I just put it on here. And then this stitching has to be on the other side of the door. So when you close it, it's not in the way. Okay, so now this is like invisible kennel. So this is nice for when like he's just being like kind of insane and you're like, what are you doing? And we talked about this, you guys can like hang out and not have to worry about him like chewing or jumping or like he likes to roll his body on everything. I know, I give him a bath and he was like, I'm gonna roll myself on your couch. I was like,
yeah, I know, it's amazing.
I'm like, why do you do this?
Invisible hair,
and then it's stabbing you and you're like, oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get some treats going and we'll go over that. All right, so treats of choice, chicken, turkey, amazing. So then we just take this and we throw it over to our lucky dog. And this is the same thing as we did at my house. You can put it on a timer, but he's pretty conditioned to just being here for hours, pretty much. So let's just have you tear some of this up, and then let's have you set a timer on your phone, and then let's do we'll kind of go for a while. So let's start out with 5 minutes. Brr. I know he acts like such a little tough dog out there.
I know.
So because he is like such a fit dog, I would say you don't really have to worry about like overfeeding him.
Yeah.
He's not like some dogs that get like, some people with my dog's gonna get fat. And with those, I say, I'd rather have a chubby dog that's well trained than like a fit dog who's crazy.
It's crazy.
He is fine to overfeed because he just does fine.
Yeah.
And even Ralphie, like both of your bullies are fit.
They're pretty good, yeah. We give them, I guess we give them like a treat a day or treat, a couple times a day, but not like feeding them a meal of treats.
Right.
And the treats are like, bread, split a bread between the two of them and stuff, or a top of a bun or something like that. Yes.
So the timer goes off and then you throw food at your dog. So the point of the timer is that it gives you time to kind of like forget about the dog, and then when the timer goes off, you're like, oh, time to reward, and then back to ignoring the dog. So you can kind of just drop food to him, walk to him, drop, and then drop it more behind Ralphie to encourage him to, we don't want him at the extent of the leash, we want him within the leash just chilling. And you can give lick mats, you can give chewies, you can give, like that giant bone I gave Randy, he was like, this is awesome. And now you guys can kind of ignore him. You don't have to worry about him like going to mark.
Yes.
Like if you guys are having a game night or whatever, or the kids are doing game stuff and you're like, I'm gonna work, or I'm gonna, date night, or whatever. You don't have to worry so much about him marking. Maybe he'll mark here, but with the e-collar we can fix this too. Because we want him to think like the act of peeing on the wall or whatever is correction based. So having dogs underfoot is not always like ideal and sometimes kind of dangerous and just annoying. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on just walking around. I call this like flower girling. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, so pretty much I just throw food around. Now this game works better with Randy because he understands. Ralphie's just like, you have the food, you have the food. So I'm gonna pretend like I don't want them in the kitchen with me because I'm busy cooking or they're just annoying me underfoot. Randy knows what it means when I say get out. Ralphie doesn't.
Ralphie just thinks those are
get out. So I'm gonna say get out, and I'm gonna kind of like walk into their space until I push them out. It's like zombies, get out. When I tell him get out, I'm not gonna reward him until I'm where I wanna be. No, get out. If I reward him here, then he's like, Cool, just chase me out and feed me.
Yeah. That's what Ralphie's
no.
really good.
Get out.
Ralphie will sit.
So pretty much like this game doesn't exist at my house. No, get out. Because he's here, he's home.
Yeah.
He's never done this game here at the house, at his house. No, get out. So he's seen definitely what he can get away with. I'm gonna reward him here because this is where I wanna be and this is where I want them to be. I don't wanna be pushing them out of the kitchen. I wanna be in the kitchen and they're just minding their own business. So I only reward them when I'm where I wanna be, and they only get rewarded when I'm where I wanna be, so I can tell them where they need to be. And the only reason I like to, see how he's kind of respecting it now? Even though you're cool with them in the kitchen, having the ability to say, I'm telling you to get out of the kitchen and you're gonna do it, gives you control over the situation. So when you're outside and he's like, do I want to chase the car? You're like, don't even think about it, bro. Yeah. He's going to respect things more because you have the option. All right, so let's get you to practice. So go ahead, take some food. All right, so now go ahead and back up into the kitchen a little bit. This is good. Go ahead and grab some more food. So the name of the game is not reward them forever. Otherwise, they're going to break the rules. It's so practice with him, tell him get out.
Get out.
And then same thing.
Get out.
Good.
Get out. Good.
So let's do this. Put the food here so you can only reward them when you can grab it here. Otherwise, you're pushing them out.
Gotcha.
So just leave it there because if you're holding it out here, they're like, food?
Out. Out.
Good. And then back up. And good. Perfect.
Good.
If you're going to play this game, you have to enforce it. So if you're not, say that the people in the family are like, I don't want to enforce this, then just don't even do it. Yeah.
Makes sense.
I don't want it to be a thing where it's sometimes enforced and not enforced. If it's not a big deal to you that they're in the kitchen, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, I have a galley. Absolutely not.
Well, the other thing, we have the option for kind of kennel in place.
Yeah.
If we need them to be like, hey, you can't come in.
Sure. And what I want you to do whatever works for your family.
Yeah.
Like if this doesn't actually flow in the house, it's fine.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Perfect.
But I want you to see that you have options of control.
I like that.
Because his sassy attitude just comes from him thinking he has all the control.
Yeah.
That's a very bulldog thing.
It is. Yeah, it sure is. It's the biggest little man in the room.
All right, now this is a threshold. So, oh gosh, it's adult proof. There we go. So it opens out to me. I want to be able to control what the dogs do, so I'm going to be on this side.
Yes.
So just because I open this doesn't mean you can just go. This comes down to more control. Ralphie has no idea the game we're playing.
I don't care about the game.
No. So I'm going to let him through, and then I'm going to bring him back and let you practice this. Okay. So this doesn't really require treats. This just requires you going, no way, bro.
Boys are home.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so I'm going to open this. This is where I say the okay word, or I say let's go. You can also just say his name.
Yeah.
So if I open this, it doesn't mean charge in front of me and get under my feet and get in my way, because that also means in his brain, I can charge out the front door. If I see a car, I can chase it. It translates in his head to I can do whatever I want. Yeah. So just because it's open, it doesn't even matter if I come out and in. Maybe I'm grabbing Uber Eats out the door. I don't need you running out.
Exactly.
So when he's ready, I will just say, okay, let's go. Come on, Randy. Come on, little dog. Okay, just kidding. Come on, Randy. Randy, come here. Come on. Now, if he goes, just literally close the gate or put your foot in front of him. Good.
All right, Randy, let's go.
And then you can go ahead and walk through too.
Randy, let's go.
So we'll go over it outside, but so first I'm gonna give you some demo outside, and then, here, if I could get you to hold that. And then we are going to pass it over to you. So right here, same thing. I wanna be on the side that makes sense for the door. If I'm on this side, he can easily cut. So I'm gonna be on this side. Now this time I can use my leg like before, or I can use the leash to kind of pull him back. So just because this is open, doesn't mean you can just go. So it's all permissive based. And this all equals in his head, I can't do whatever I want.
I'm not in charge.
And then when it's ready, I see how he's creeping. I'm not gonna let him go on that. All right, let's go. All right, so the first thing we're gonna go over is the word yes, the food word.
Okay.
Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to say the word yes, and then I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
And then if your girls wanna come out and practice too, they can. If they don't, that's also fine. So he's not paying attention to me, that's fine. I'm gonna say yes. See how he instantly is like, he knows that that word means food. Now if I say it, I have to pay it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes! And I back up to make him go like, wait, I want it even more.
You're not bending to my will, I'm going after it.
Right, and dogs want what they can't have.
True.
Yes! Good job. And the reason he likes to chase cars is the same reason he likes to chase me, but this is productive chasing.
Yeah. You get something instead of a
Yes! Right. I know, I'm like, what are you gonna do if you catch that bus? He has no idea he would just not exist. Yes, good boy! And just doing this is equal to taking him for like an hour walk because it's so much mental exercise. And he doesn't need to go for an hour walk when it's hot out. Like, no. He just dies.
Yeah, of course.
Yes! Good boy! Come on, Randall! All right, so I'm gonna give you this. Oh, and then here, we'll give you this little piece. Now, let's hear your Mickey Mouse high-pitched yes. Like you're talking to a 2-year-old, high-pitched.
Yes.
See how he turned around? So the last thing I want to end you guys on today, we'll end on a big like puzzle for the dogs, especially when it's really hot. I don't allow dogs on couches at all at my house, but I totally understand like a lot of families do. And so the main thing is permission. It applies everywhere. So if he thinks he can just run through the door, jump on the couch, pee on things, do whatever he wants, then he thinks he can chase cars. He thinks he can jump on people. Yeah. He doesn't chase cars. He hasn't chased cars at all, like since week 1. And so, but it's because I don't let him do anything. Like earlier we were practicing, you can only be in the kitchen if I invite you in. You don't really have to enforce that if it doesn't really matter to your household. But if there's any little like lifestyle thing where I can be like, you can't do that until I say, I'm gonna apply it to give them so much freedom. Because I want them to go outside and be a free dog, but then they know, okay, I can't do this dumb thing, chase cars, I can't do this dumb thing and jump on people, I can't do this, but I can do all of this play and whatever else I want because they're so well-mannered everywhere else. So you guys are gonna have to decide, are we being strict, or are we only 2 people in the house being strict? Because if you're not strict, then what will happen is the dog will be good in front of the strict people and then just do whatever they want in front of everybody else.
That was the did go.
Yeah, so if a dog growl, in this situation, so there are times when I allow dogs to growl, and that's if somebody is like invading their space and the dog's like doing things like looking at you like, can you please leave me alone, or licking their lips, and then you ignore it, then the dog's like, all right, let's take it up another level. However, that was resource guarding. So if I came and sat by her and I was like, hey, get out of my chair, and you were like, okay, then I'm like, sweet, I can bully you whenever I want. If I'm like, give me your lunch money, girl, and you're like, okay, then I'm like, I'm gonna take your lunch money.
This is my seat.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. But Randy could have bit her because he was like, oh, you want to challenge me? The great Randy? Let's see what happens. And so what I would do is I would remove couch totally because he's shown you I'm going to abuse the system and I will bite people over my couch because I am in charge. And that's why little things like not letting him rush out the door shows him that you're in charge and you guys are boss of the house. Kicking him out of the kitchen, I'm boss. If I want to kick you out of the kitchen, I will because it's my house, bro. Like if I want to kick you off the couch, I will. So I would do no couch for a week, 1 week straight, and then reintroduce it only with permission. And if he ever gets growly, you're like banned from the couch, bro. 2 weeks now. So dogs don't understand. Yeah, dogs don't understand. Right, dogs don't understand that. If you're like, oh, you bit her, get in the crate. It doesn't make sense. There's no thinking about what they did. They go in there and they're like, I want to get out. I want to get out. There's no remorse, right? But they do understand boundaries. So if I'm like, you abuse the system, now you get off, then he goes, oh, there's some structure here. He understands that there's permission and there's guidance and there are rules, but dogs don't go in their crate and they're like, I was a bad boy, I did this, I'm never gonna do it again.
I'll never do it again.
No,
Yeah,
that would be
softball.
easy
Yeah,
if they did.
softball.
But then they would have...
Put my face in his face. I am the problem too, but you don't like me.
Face in the face is not a problem if the relationship is there for your dog. What is the problem is you're like, I want to fight, and then you're like, ooh.
then you're like,
And then he's like, I want to bite. So if you're gonna roughhouse, there has to be an outlet with like a toy, and it has to be done outside. So all roughhousing should be done outside, and that is
Anderson.
that is mostly for the kids.
He goes and throws the ball.
Okay, so we're going to kick Randy off the couch for 1 week straight. Now, just because he's on the couch doesn't mean he needs to be on the couch. I would say kick Randy off the couch, and I would say we can give him some grievance, and if we want to send him to training, it will be much easier when I'm like, okay, both dogs off the couch, because he just doesn't even know how to use his nose to look for food the same. So we can't expect him to follow what he spent 3 weeks doing. All right, so pretty much we are just gonna hide food for them to find. Randy knows this one because I do it a lot. Ralphie's gonna be like, what do I do? Which is gonna make him really, really tired. Okay, so pretty much all I'm gonna do is I'm going to just tear this up. Come on, guys. I know, it's very exciting. All right, and since he's coming back in, we can just leave him to trail the leash. Go over there. Okay, now I'm gonna grab a handful. You can take the rest of it. And pretty much you are just going to, there's nothing special. There's no right or wrong way. And you can make this harder by hiding less food for them to search for. You can make it harder by hiding it like in a blanket or in some shoes or, you know, whatever.
Sweet.
All right, and then let's go let them in. So you're gonna open the door, but they don't just get to run in. So I always use a special word in this game. So I like to say search or find it. So you're gonna open the door, they can't just rush in. So use your leg to kind of block them. And then you're gonna tell them when you're ready, whatever word you wanna say. Why don't we just use find it? So remove your foot. If your foot is in the way, it's not his decision. So pop him back,
All right.
push him back. All right, and then tell
Find
him.
it.
There you go.
Find it. Go find it.
Come on, Ralphie.
Go, Ralphie, go find
You can do it. So in this, go ahead, come on in. The whole point of this game is that we don't tell them where it is, because otherwise it's not hard. And you will see an increase in skill, because right now they're like, doo-doo-doo. And then you'll see them zooming around. You gotta use your nose, bro. There's so much food over here. I like how they're going for the same piece.
There's a floor full of food.
Ralphie was like, ah!
They're going for the same exact one.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
for
Yes.
doing everything. That was great.
Randy,
Good job. Good job.
Real Ralphie.
So just recap, most important things for today, keeping him off the couch,
Yep.
and then just back tie work.
Love it.
I would show the family the yes backup feed,
I will.
but you're gonna get all these videos in your drive.
Perfect.
I'm gonna try to just upload the ones that really matter. But this was good job. And then if you guys do wanna go ahead with him,
Yes.
let me know, and then you guys will get a discount also on the second package.
Awesome.
Bye, I love you, I'll miss you so much. He's such a cool little dog.
He's a good.
Bye, we love you, Randy.
You got a little-
All right, that's it. That's a wrap. We're done. We sent Randy home. We now are gonna do his 6 follow-up lessons that we do for all of our board and train programs. All right, Randy's gone. He went home. He was a biter, he was a puller, he was a car chaser, he did everything. If that's your dog, we can train it. So let us know if you need any dog training of that kind. Like, subscribe, follow, share. If you wanna get some of our merch, the link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Check you guys later.